Hi, Shep Hyken here, customer service and experience expert, and today I'm going to discuss managing customer expectations. So I was recently at a conference and listened to a customer service presentation that mentioned that we must do better than simply meet our customers' expectations. Now, this speaker shared some stories of truly amazing service experiences. And then it was my turn to speak. Now, I didn't want to contradict the speaker, but I needed the audience to understand that it's impossible to go above and beyond with customers at every interaction. Sometimes meeting expectations is a perfect experience. In my customer service keynote speeches, I talk about managing the moment. The idea comes from Jan Carlson, and if you've been following me, you'll recognize this concept. Every time a customer interacts with you or your company, they have an opportunity to form an impression. Understanding this simple idea is a good start to developing and or maintaining your customer service and CX strategy. I believe you must manage expectations. And if you are even the tiniest bit above average in doing what your customers expect, your customers will love you, give you high ratings, and refer you to their colleagues and friends. The key to being successful with this idea is to be consistent. You want your customers to say things like, they always are so knowledgeable. They are always so helpful. Now that word always followed by something positive, typically an expectation, is what you're going for. So back to the idea of just meeting expectations. Some people confuse expectations with hope. And here's what I mean by this. If I call someone for help and leave a message, I expect them to call me back, and I hope they will return the call sooner than later. And let's say I'm called back within an hour. I'm pleasantly surprised because the person met my expectation of the callback and did it in a time frame that I hoped they would, maybe even a little sooner. So most customers won't analyze the experience quite this way, but it's exactly what they want or hope for. They will, however, notice the call was returned quickly and may say, "Thanks for calling me back so quickly." The return call was expected. The comment about quickly indicated their expectations were met or even slightly exceeded. And if you do that every time, the customer will use the always word when they talk about you and describe the experience by saying, "They always call me back quickly." So let's flip this around. I believe most customers hope for a great experience, but not necessarily an over-the-top or above and beyond type of experience. And based on their typical experience with service laggards, they unfortunately don't have super high expectations of most companies they do business with. So whenever you meet or just ever so slightly exceed what your customers hope for, you've created a positive experience that gets your customers to say, "I'll be back." Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.